Hey y'all, little impromptu video here. I completely forgot that I had ordered these, but I finally got hubcaps for the rims. They took forever to ship, and I completely forgot that I had ordered them. But this is the last one I need to put on. But I figured I'd save it to show you guys. Um, so all they are is a plastic shell, and I mean they're pretty stout. They're constructed really well, just a single piece of plastic, and they have SS on there. For me, that's kind of a nod to a Camaro, so that's pretty neat. I'm more of a Corvette fan, but still pretty cool, and they look really good with the setup that I have. So let me show you guys. All right, so first off, this is how I had the rim for ever since I started working on this golf cart. In my head, I didn't even think about for the longest time that there could be hubcaps. And a while ago, I kind of stumbled across some and ended up ordering them, and they turned out to be fantastic as far as installing goes. But let me explain this real quick. So the way these work is, this is going to face out. You have an outside diameter on the front here. I think it said, and forgive me, I don't remember the web posting. I got them off of eBay. I know there are many different styles, but if I remember correctly, the outside diameter here was about 2.42 inches, and then the outside diameter of these retaining tabs are 2.84 inches. Those are just rounding numbers, or numbers that come to my mind. I think that's pretty accurate. And the idea is that these tabs, along with these cuts in here, will compress together and slide into the hub area. And what you're seeing is the cap there is that's a dust cap for the hub and bearing nut, and then all the silver is the wheel spacer, and then the black face is the rim itself. So what this is doing is going inside the wheel spacer, pressing against the inside wall, and covering that hubcap, that hub dust cover, just finishing the look off. Now, this does actually fit in there, and it's a very, very tight fit. I can't stress that enough. It's an incredibly tight fit. And I ran into an issue where I couldn't get it on, and it took me a little bit to figure it out. But while this will compress and actually fit in there, what's not accounted for or not mentioned is the thickness of these tabs. That thickness right there does not fit between the inside wall of the wheel spacer and the outside wall of the hub. So there's not enough room for this to slide all the way in over that hub. Now, since this is such a deep cavity for this to slide in, if you were to put this in and push it back as far as it could, it would stay, it would fit, and it would look normal. But since that's a 2.5 inch wheel spacer and this is only a 1.5, it was sticking out past the lugs themselves. So to combat that, to really fix it, let me show you guys what I did. Okay, and I don't claim to be the perfect fabricator, but all I did was trim down the tabs, and I took the time to trim off a little bit, attempt to fit it in, still didn't fit, take more off, and just worked on it until I could get it to fit. And all I used were little wire snippers, and while that does look like a terrible job, and there's really no praising that type of handiwork. Except it works. It works so well. I've done all 3 of the other hubs like this, and it is still quite difficult to get it in there, but it is not coming off without taking the wheel off and possibly even the wheel spacer to actually get this off. And that's kind of where I want this. I don't want to be driving around somewhere and then see one of these things just go, spinning off into the gutter. So that's what I have done. You can see I just very crudely cut them down, and pops right in there, and it ain't coming off. So it's a fun video. Kind of really ties up the whole rim here. Everything else, the rim was painted black with rhino liner, blue valve stem, and then blue lug nuts, and just this big aluminum hole. And I like this. For me, it finishes it off very well. But y'all can check it out online, eBay. I end up going to, and the name is pronounced Steeleng. It's Steeleng. That's also where I had gotten those rear passenger seat cup holders. I know somebody asked me about those, and it turns out to be that they don't sell them anymore. But when I checked on their website, they had plenty of these for sale, and they also had wheel spacers there. So, to kind of continue that conversation, that's another place that sells wheel spacers that are already confirmed to work with a golf cart. So check them out, look at the description, make sure what you're ordering matches your golf cart, but at least you're in a website talking with people that are talking about golf carts, and you don't accidentally order a wheel spacer for a truck or something like that. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Hopefully this is a neat little video for somebody. If you were looking at hubcaps, that's how they install. You might have to do a little work on them, but it's a great little finishing touch. Y'all have a good one.